EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel state of North Carolina, where the spirit of the late Sam Mills lives on with the pounding of the drum as we're ready for football at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Carolina Panthers.
2026 Carolina Panthers.
Got a good one. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. We are underway in Uptown Charlotte. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
Every team stresses it all week in practice, Mike, as they're building their scripts and they're delivering their team message. You want to start fast in the NFL. Playing from behind is a nightmare. You can't come out flat and allow the opposing team to strike first. They understand the importance. This opening drive, they feel really good about the plays they have tabled. They really feel good about the week of practice they had. Now all that has to come together, start fast, and then see if you can sustain it for 4 quarters.
Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Starting a game much better than that. Great play design. You can tell all week they love that play to start the game, and, man, you can see why.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They get 21 on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 9-yard line.
2nd down and 3. Toss, it is Smith running right. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan in the toss. Healthy game, and they pick up the first down.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
The try here for the extra point. He's got it. The Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead.
Cowboys 7, Panthers 0.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. He'll drop to throw. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
1st and 10.
They get 18 on that one. It's good for a Panther first down.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
So I don't hate the decision, Mike, but it just feels like he put a little too much air on that ball. It just took that ball way too much time to get to the open receiver. And when you hang a ball that long, the defenders at this level are just going to break and attack on that ball. And he's lucky that didn't end up going back the other direction.
This one into the hands of Marshall. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
A pickup there of 13. It's a Carolina first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Play is stopped for a moment. It is an injured Carolina Panther on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And the Panthers are going to be set up 1st and goal. Nice run, getting them down to the 6.
Panthers first down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
So you're on the sideline and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. They wanted to establish a ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
At the 8-yard line.
comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's in! Touchdown, Panthers!
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Now the try here for the point after. He knocks it through. Panthers come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cowboys offense ready to see the football for the second time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
I think that's just a case of a right call at the wrong time. Like, you typically want to run a draw in more of an obvious passing situation. In this case, the defense was expecting run, and they're able to just eat up that draw play.
He'll look to throw. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but his ball's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time. When you're around the ball on defense, good things are going to happen. And this is a great example. He's not able to secure the interception, but the next best thing is he gets his hand on the ball, and it falls harmlessly incomplete.
On third down, here's Smith. And they'll finally track him down as he takes it up to the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21. First down, Cowboys.
First down.
That's just a huge letdown there defensively. You have them third and long, and anytime an offense decides to just turn around and give the ball to their running back, it's almost like they're waving the white flag that this possession is over. In this case, not only do they pick up the first down, they pick up a huge gain.
On first down, they go right back to Smith. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. First and 10. Smith again. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
Another big-time run right here, Mike, and it's pretty clear for everyone to see what the plan is for this drive. It's to turn around and continue to feed the back, because right now, the defense has no answers to stop him.
Now this time, they'll look to throw. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. Automatic first down. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Now this looks like a design run, and he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
A lot of times the success of a draw depends on the defensive ends, Mike, rushing the passer. In this case, a great job by the defensive end. He initially reads pass, but then he determines that it's going to be a draw. He quickly adjusts, and he's able to tackle the running back for a loss.
That's caught by Lamb. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
When you call these double moves, you're going for broke. And you're looking to throw this ball over the head of the defense, so give a lot of credit to the defensive backs. Yes, it led to a completion, but this was not the big play the offense intended when the coordinator called that play.
This one is pulled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Touchdown, Dallas. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
Not going for 2, they'll kick the point after. The kick is good, and the Cowboys will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Panthers 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense ready for their second possession. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Trying to start on the ground. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 5. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. That's made right side. It's Johnson. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. It's a gain of 10 yards. It's good for a Panther 1st down.
And the running back's going to get all the stats and all the glory, but make no mistake about it, Mike, that was a great team effort on that run play. Everyone executing their blocking assignments to perfection. He's able to pick up a nice gain and fresh set of downs.
Right back to him on 1st down. And this time they are ready for him. thrown for a loss, and it's second down.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
7 brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down.
Just a really nice effort by the defense to challenge him right at the catch point. It's really the timing of the contact that really is able to dislodge the ball, and they get a fresh set of downs to work with if he's able to hold on to it. But because of the hit, he can't squeeze it, and now they find themselves looking at fourth down.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we're going to see much more of him as this game goes on. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it'll be brought down, but they're going to move this one out to the 25. But even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
First down. It's a gain of 20. And a Cowboy first down.
We talk so much about starting fast and then trying to sustain that throughout the course of the game. That's exactly what they're doing here. They've got the early lead, but they're not content to just sit on the ball. They're looking to extend it. Nice start here to this drive. Once they cross midfield, then it goes into go mode. You're trying to come away with points every single time you have the ball. It's a good way to start this game here in the first quarter.
It's tackled at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. We are through one. 14-7 is our score. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football. 2nd down and 8 as we are ready to get back underway. Comeback route, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. That's good for a Dallas first down.
He took a shot on that throw, but you don't feel it quite as much when you pair it with a throw as good as that one. So kudos for him standing in that pocket, delivering a strike to pick up that first down.
He'll get this one out to his fullback. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. His throw left side is complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
That's what they call a big dagger route. It's about 10, 15 yards where you just round off your outside foot and rip into the middle of the field. And they executed it to perfection, and they're able to move the chains.
On the give, it's Smith. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up second and 2.
34-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Now they'll pitch it out here. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Second and 2. You're thinking, I got 2 downs to get 2 yards. How hard can that be? Well, against this defense, it turns out to be a big challenge. They take you back for a loss at 2, and now you find yourself on third down.
They'll throw here on third and short. And that is incomplete.
Intended for number 22.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
That one is good. And the Cowboys build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to see what they can do. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts first and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And they'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5.
At the 30-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. They'll stick with him again. A nice nimble run as he manages to pick up 3.
Shamar Turner on the tackle. Brings up third down.
You don't need much. It is third and inches. They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
That was an all-in effort up front, Mike. They knew the quarterback sneak was coming, and there is only one way to stop it. We normally don't.
Now Dave Canales has reached for the red challenge flag, and they'll get a second look.
The previous play is under review.
What they're looking at here is the spot of the football. Always tricky to get this exactly right, but it only takes a few inches to make a big impact. So slow this down, find a landmark on the field, and determine where the spot should be.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So this winds up to be a very smart decision to throw the challenge flag. They remeasure, and this indeed will become a first down. They'll try to run it. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and 9. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's a Carolina first down.
49-yard line.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And he'll be out of bounds, a pickup of 5.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 5. Going back in the backfield. They get the carry here. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They get 15 on that game. It's good for a Panther first down.
1st and 10 at the
Nice combination
32-yard
of
line.
vision, patience, and speed by the running back here. The vision to see the hole, the patience to let the blocks unfold, and then the speed to hit it and pick up a nice gain.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down.
Retains possession.
Good work to get the first down, and Greg, maybe good fortune that they're able to keep possession after the fumble.
And I know where his mind is, Mike. He's so focused on getting that first down, which he does a great job getting, but it can't come at the expense of protecting the ball. Now, in this case, he's very fortunate. He loses the ball, but it ends up going out of bounds.
And he's out of bounds, gain of 4, and it'll bring up
At the
2nd down.
16-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
That's caught left side by Wilson. And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Johnny Munt, touchdown Carolina. Pinheiro on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Panthers are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14.
Panthers 14.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
1st and 10.
The Cowboys offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the ground with Smith. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Once again, it's Smith. Yeah! And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Cowboys.
The best running backs, Mike, they have a really good balance between executing the play that's designed, but then every so often they just have to trust their instincts, and sometimes that's the best plays. That's where the big home run shots come from, and when you have a talented back, you want to give them that freedom.
And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
12 more yards.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. That one too far out in front to be brought in. And it's incomplete.
22. Incomplete. Brings up second and 10.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
As you can probably imagine, Mike, this one really burns me. I mean, man, I wish my fellow tight ends catch every ball the entire game, but to be this open and not come down with it, I'm going to have to set a reminder. Next year at TEU, we're going to have to bring out some jugs machines.
Checking it down, this one is caught. It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down. Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. That's going to be out of bounds, no return, and the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The Panthers offense, and their running back set to go once more. Shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage, and I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet you he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
On second and 10, they'll try to throw. And knock him down up beyond the 30. A pickup of 12 yards. It's a Carolina first down.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score points. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. What does that do? Get you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up second and 7 at the 33-yard line.
2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Back with more from Charlotte. After this, second down, they need 7. No one open, he'll drop it to his running back. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Well, they hook up again, second time on this drive, and this one's good for 18 yards and a first.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off. And this is where the timing of these passing game, and you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage. but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of it. Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. This one complete right side. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up fourth down.
This is a really popular concept on third down. It's good versus man, it's good versus zone. They call it mesh routes or drag routes. They want to create some traffic in the middle of the field and pop the receiver out the backside of the defense. But give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. They rallied to the ball and keeps them short from picking up the first down.
The Cowboys offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. They'll run it to start the drive, and here is Smith. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
They'll throw out of the gun. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Really can't afford to go 3 and out here, Mike. I know you got the lead, but it's not insurmountable by any means, especially after they just scored their last time out. So they've got to dial up their best third down protection, best third down play, whatever it is, by any means necessary. They've got to keep this drive alive.
18 yards on the pickup there. That's good for a Dallas first down.
And this is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true receiver routes and be a threat? Because when you can, there's a lot of big plays to be made.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Panthers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. Second down.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A 3-yard pick brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, if you're going to run the ball in the middle of this defensive line, you better block the big man in the middle, Mike. What a great job not only defeating his blocks, but being able to penetrate enough to take the ball carrier down for a loss. That is a great play by the big man inside.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
And there was nothing exotic about that. I mean, they were just able to generate pressure without having to bring an extra rusher, and this offense now finds themselves staring at fourth down as a result.
Punting time for the Panthers, set to kick this one away, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. Oh, hello! He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Left side, caught by Lamb. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
A gain of
15-yard pickup there. First down, Cowboys.
First down.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike. Touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Panthers' 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 9. They'll run, and this is Smith. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
The tackle made back at the 37-yard line.
Third and long. Back to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up and stop him before the lineman can get out to lead the way.
No gain on the play.
Not the worst play call there. I actually like third down screen game, especially when you're anticipating some pressure, an over-aggressive defense who's selling out to get to the quarterback. In this case, not a lot of room to operate. They don't convert. Brings up fourth down.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense. Automatic first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10.
Shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
He'll drop to throw. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. But they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least one first down. You're going to put your defense in a tough spot. And the best offense on third downs, Mike, is to be really good on 1st and 2nd down. This keeps teams from putting themselves in these unfavorable positions. It's part of the reason why these drives continue to stall out.
On now is the punt team for the Panthers. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. Back to throw here to begin the drive. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. One's going to bring them 1st and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line.
First down.
A big play for the Cowboys. And even 50 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is...
That is caught side of the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage, great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone because, as you just saw, it's pitch and catch.
Point after try forthcoming. He's got it. Cowboys go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead.
Panthers 14.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Panthers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The deficit is 10, 24-14. So work to do as they come up for 1st and 10. to throw. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Cowboys have it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Smith. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
20-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Looking for his tight end there, but led him too far. That's an incompletion.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
They'll try to run for it with Smith. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it in. He does. 1st down.
And I think if they didn't get it there, even with the lead, I think that coach is telling them, hey, this is 4 down territory. But that's all for naught now, because after that good blocking up front, he picks up a fresh set of downs.
They'll look to throw here. Over on him in a flash, and he lost the football. Looked like one of the Cowboys was there to recover. Indeed, they will keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down.
So often, sacks, especially on 1st down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
He's got his man. It's Smith. And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
This one caught at the 4. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Trying to punch it in with Smith. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. Now, the extra point. He's got it. And the Cowboys will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
31, Panthers 14.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Panthers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket, nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
They'll try to set up the screen here, and they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 14.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. He did not. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it'll be 4th down.
So they're not going to come down with the reception, but, Mike, this is actually a really good ball. So with the coverage being as tight as it was, the only place that quarterback can put the ball is high and to the outside, saying, hey, if my guy can't come down with it and keep his feet in bounds, nobody is. The last thing you want to do is miss that ball on the inside, because those are the ones that end up going the other direction.
The Cowboys offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they'll try to keep it going. Throwing now on 1st and 10, and he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
That's caught by Lamb. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
5 yards on the play, and it's 3rd down.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. A big play for the Cowboys. 36 yards.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
The biggest correlation between scoring points in the NFL is your ability to generate explosive plays. And oftentimes, the best explosive plays in the passing game happen when the quarterback is outside the pocket, and great example of it here.
On 1st down here, it's Smith. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Smith again. And he will score! Touchdown, Cowboys! That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
Now the try for an extra point. His kick is good. Cowboys are going to extend their lead.
Cowboys 38, Panthers 14.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard line.
The Panthers offense ready to take over possession of the football. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. He'll get this out to his running back. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. The motion man is Johnson. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 7. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
It's now 3rd and 8.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Open receiver is Marshall. He's got it. And he's going to have a Panthers 1st down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for 4th down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense. I can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. Oh, not a good throw there. That's across his body. It's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Izzian.
It makes sense to try to push the ball downfield, Mike, and go to the air when you find yourself trailing by this deficit. But it also makes you very predictable. You see the defense, they're in nickel personnel, extra defensive backs on the field. It gets that much harder to throw when the defense knows it's coming.
The Cowboys offense. And their running back set to go once more. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. On the ground, it's Smith. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
22, the ball carrier. Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. On the give, it's Smith. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
And that is incomplete.
Intended for number 88.
Well, I think the two of us kind of looked at each other up here in the booth, Mike, like, oh, a little surprised they're still throwing the ball at this stage of the game with the lead, but when you've had as much success through the air that they've had today, I don't think I can blame them for trying to pad the stats a little bit.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Start on the ground, and he'll run forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
You know, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack
to get anything going, and whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
You just can't defend a pass much better than that, Mike. And the way they teach these defenders is attack the receiver's hand with your hands. That's the catch point that you want to disrupt, and makes a really nice play on the ball, and he's able to knock it out of bounds.
On third down, Bills. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And really the story of the day for this offense, Mike, is it's just been far too many self-inflicted wounds. You're not going to overcome being reckless with the ball, inconsistent with the passing game, and beat teams in the NFL. It's just not going to happen, and the bad day at the office just continues.
The Cowboys offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start really in field goal territory already, but they're looking for more. Offense got it 1st and 10. That's to the right side and incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for Mike Burton. It's now 2nd and 10.
Second and 10. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
Defensively, that's just a missed opportunity, Mike. Anytime you have two defenders in the area and neither one of them is able to make a play on the ball, yes, I know that the ball felt incomplete, but man, you got to get your hands on that ball and take advantage.
Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And third down just became a lot tougher. Whoa, things are getting tougher. It's now 3rd and 15. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark. Kicking time, the field goal unit out for the Cowboys. This a 48-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Cowboys add on to their lead.
14.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll motion a tight end right. The RPO, that one is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, Even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down.
Third and 1.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he will have the first down. He caught it short of the line to gain, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that first down.
43-yard line.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the first down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
They'll look to set up the screen here.
Martin's pass complete to number 34. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, here's second down. Now here's a keeper on the zone read.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Third and inches. They'll run the sneak, and he is going to have a Panthers first down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on third and inches. A handoff as they try to run it here. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. Now this time they'll look to throw. Over the middle, there's my partner, the tight end, Olsen. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
12 yards.
Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll give on the ground. Not much happening there. Just a short gain.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Here's second and 9. He'll look to throw. He's going to air this one out. That one knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up third down now.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but that once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
And on third down, that ball's incomplete.
Results are first down.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. Back to throw. He's got his man at the 6. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
First down.
They get 29 yards. A big pickup on fourth down. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is first and goal. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
field goals and takeaways. That's the two goals anytime a defense finds themselves in a goal-to-go situation. Now after that first down sack, I think the odds are a little bit more in their favor. Can they hold up here on second and third down? And if they can make the offense settle for 3, man, that's a huge win for this defense.
Going in the wrong direction. Now second and goal from the 12. He'll drop to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And that's going to move him closer, but they're going to need to come up with something here. Here comes third and goal.
Third and goal.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Big play coming up, third and goal. They'll look to throw. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Panthers. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
Now Pinheiro to add on the extra point. The kick is good. Panthers are able to cut into the deficit.
44, Panthers 21.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
The Cowboys offense ready to get back to work. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A run with Smith. And a nice job there, sidestepping defenders on his way. It's a gain of 9.
One of the key factors for having success in the run game, Mike, is winning at the point of attack. And what that means is every play, the linemen and all the blockers, they understand where the back is going to start and then where the back could end up. And having a good understanding of that and how it pertains to the defense is how you gain your advantage to have big plays like this.
And he's going to have the first down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
23-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
On first down, they go right back to Smith. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, And that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.